Hello and welcome to the Bentleigh Report. It is August 2024, about to be September. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Leon Guzenfitter.
You are Leon Guzenfitter, aka Mr. Bentleigh and surrounds.
Yes.
Good to be back on screen with you, and
Yes.
lots going on.
A lot going
busy.
on.
Busy people, and the Bentleigh office continues to expand,
Yes.
continues to grow, continues to multiply, and long may it be so. It's an exciting journey we're on.
This could
there.
also be a little ad for if you are an agent and you are looking for maybe a team changing. We're getting to the football trades. We won't talk about football, but football trades are coming.
Oh, we can talk about the football.
No, it's okay. And I think if you are an agent and you're up for the draft, we're up to talking to you, with you.
But
so
let's talk about football. Let's talk about football. We know that you're a very passionate Essendon man.
Yes.
Hasn't quite worked out the way you want it to work out. I'm sure next year's a new year. You did look good at one stage, but look, as a Carlton supporter, I'm feeling a little bit chipper, a little bit cocky. And you know who Carlton's best player was on Sunday?
You tell me, Gary.
Connor Rosie.
Yes.
So
you were very happy with him.
Because it was Port Adelaide, of course, that played well enough to get Carlton in. So the best thing about being a Carlton supporter right now is you get to cheer on Port Adelaide.
Much more than Jack Higgins, a good Corfu Grammarian. Hello, Jack, and someone I actually kind of know personally that thought they might do some work experience with Gary Pearce. So
is that right?
Maybe in the off-season we'll get Jack. He can tell me about that last-minute snap.
Let's get him involved. No, I don't want to talk about that too much, but it's better we don't talk about football. Let's get back to talking about real estate, because we are entering, Leon, the spring season. It is the peak of our year. It's the trade season. It's when we do all of the action. And yes, I reiterate, we're always looking for new good people. So if you're out there somewhere not being well looked after or properly remunerated or not being offered career opportunities, come and join our family, because Lord knows we're growing all the time. There's so much going on and we have a good history of retaining people. In fact, I'm off to a conference, and one of the topics that we've been asked to speak about is how do you retain people?
Retention.
And retention, and because we do it well. And the secret is, of course, you get your new people, you infuse them with alcohol, compromise them, take photos and blackmail them.
That's right. Get them to sign a contract, put the cuffs on and off you
exactly
go.
Right.
That's how I got here.
That's exactly right. I've still got the images, so just remember that, right? As I say to all of our people, don't forget we've got the photos. Let's talk a bit about what has happened over the course of a little while. Now, you're wearing a green suit today.
Yes, I am.
And I'm sure, I don't know if it's Philip Kingston endorsed, but of course,
not.
Philip's quite the fashion doyen of our organisation. And I'm wearing this suit for the first time as well, by the way.
Looking good, Gary, actually. So, and a haircut and everything.
Cleaned up my act. It was about time. So green,
well,
symbolism.
I just thought green and money, and I think we're entering a season where I believe the long-term thinkers can make some money and some serious wealth creation. And it's funny, you look through different charts and price charts, you look at dips and you look at peaks, you look at troughs, and I think it's fair to say we're at the moment certainly not at a peak, and we're probably more likely in a trough. And you always, when you look back, go, I wish I bought then. Well, this is now, when you look back at this time from the future. And I believe that sometimes you got to do the opposite. And a lot of people are selling. There's a lot of tax imposters and all this sort of stuff that people are selling, and quite rightly too. But it's also an opportunity, I think, for people to maybe buy and just do the opposite of maybe the trend, which I think when you fast forward to the future, you go, I'm glad I bought in that little trough there.
Well, Warren Buffett, the famous investor and billionaire, said, when people get excited, I get scared. And when people get scared, I get excited. And I think this is an exciting time. People are a bit scared and uncertain. However, there are there's a lot of things that suggest good value. The price of land's gone up. The price of construction's gone up. So sometimes you'll see modern buildings, townhouses, and even blocks of land that have kind of checked back a little bit. And it just, like it can click, and all of a sudden, bang, it's another 10%. And when you're talking about millions of dollars of real estate, that's a lot of money. That properties can go up very quickly. So swoop on. This is your time, buyers, and your opportunity. And we see there is value in the market, but we know that value, it doesn't stay value for long, especially in good suburbs like Bentleigh and surrounds. Let's talk about some of our sales, because we've had some fantastic sales. We've got some beautiful offerings to review. Let's talk about Paloma Street in Bentleigh
let's get through
East.
It gets a few sales, but it's more about the stock that's coming. But we had a great auction at 38A Paloma Street, which is an incredible townhouse. And shout out to Focus Building Group, who just do the most magnificent job. I mean, even the people that didn't buy and just the neighbours, not only did they tell us that the actual builders were very easy to work with as neighbours and kept the site very clean and kept everyone happy, but The quality of the finish, if I can definitely say, if you're speaking to a builder and you're not sure, Focus Building Group, we absolutely are happy to endorse it. They do a fantastic job. And we had a 4-bidder auction here, 38A Paloma, which had a beautiful double lock-up garage. There's a great video of the house as well, and sold competitively for $1,870,000, which in that pocket is one of the most expensive sales ever made. So
isn't it great when you've got a builder that does a great job? Because I'm not saying that most builders don't, but you do hear disappointing building stories. You hear some good ones, but well done to Focus Group, because they clearly are people that exceed expectations. And are they going to sponsor this show, by the way? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
We'll
have a chat to Ilya.
Yeah, have to. 12 Namaron Street, Bentleigh East. Another Bentleigh East result that we can talk a little bit about.
Look, a strong price for that pocket. You know, we're talking, nearly $1.7 million. So, not a big deal in Bentleigh anymore. That's in the high 1s to 2 mark. It's very entry level for anything that's a reasonable house, and another strong result there.
Famous song, MacArthur Park, sung by Donna Summer, actually. It was a remake by Donna Summer. Let's just get back to MacArthur Street in Bentleigh, because this was another
my time, Gary. I have no idea what you've just said.
You've never heard of Donna Summer?
No.
You never heard of her?
No.
That is a big age gap.
There is.
There is a big age gap.
Yeah.
You never heard She Works Hard for the Money? Heard that song?
I know that one.
That's Donna Summer.
Do you have it on record?
I've got it on record. I've got the LP and the single as well. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
Back to the property,
MacArthur Street.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good thing. I just wanted to mention this property. We had an auction that it passed in, and Aviv, who was working on the property, met someone in Glen Huntly earlier that morning. He hadn't considered Bentleigh. Moved them to this property. They did come to the auction, because they literally just saw it then, weren't ready to press the button. Aviv waited around for, I think, a couple of hours, came back later on that afternoon, and by the end of the day, there was a sold sticker on it. So, it's so much easier for us to make sales with the size of our sales team working as one across, a band of suburbs that are all interlinked. And that was certainly an example of incredible work, and a property that probably wouldn't have been sold if they didn't have that kind of network around it.
A good story, good system, a good way of a good explanation, I should say, of how our system works. And look, Donna Summer, The Last Dance, I Feel Love. I love to love
We're
you,
still
baby.
going with this.
Yeah, you must know
that
this.
One. Yeah, I know that one.
You do. See, you know her. She was there's a great documentary about her life. She was the disco queen of the 1970s, that disco era. And we just had a disco party, and you were actually discoed up. I'm not sure if there's any image of you in your disco outfit, because Gary Pierre, the social club, just had a bit of a disco party. We had a little bit of fun, that's for sure. Let's move on to Dunoon Court. Not to have too much fun here, because that's in Brighton East. We sell lots in Dunoon Court, and we just sold this one. Tell us about it.
Yeah, great result here at 17 Dunoon Court. Actually, an offer came through that triggered the sale before. It was well above what the owner wanted. We went back through the file, found another buyer. Had a bit of a dance. Is that a song that she did? Let's have a dance, or a last dance. And they had a bit of a dance between two buyers.
Let's dance, the last dance.
And sold it for just shy of $1.9 million. And we love that triangle, non-Bayside East Brighton, which is either South Caulfield or West Bentleigh. And I think we are now the #1 agent in that pocket. Without having any exact stats to back it up, but I can just feel from the volume of activity we have there, we are certainly the agent of choice.
Fair enough, we are. No More Tears, another song. That was a collaboration with Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer. I'm going to move right on now. Well done. Let's go to East Boundary Road, Bentleigh East. There's a little bit of a collaboration with our projects marketing team, wasn't it?
Yeah, and this is a terrific development. I just want to mention we've had, I think, 3 sales in this development, 181 to 183 East Boundary Road. These are brand new townhouses. And I think before we mentioned builders, and this is a builder that we can definitely, endorse, but also with the cost of land and building, the prices we're achieving here, you cannot actually go and find a block, do the development, do the planning, do the holding costs, and build it and replace it for less. So
that's where the value is, isn't it?
It's exactly where it is.
That's why we see this blaring great value staring at us down, and we know that in the future, people who have bought into those prices are going to say, well, that was a good buy. That was a good opportunity.
And I think this development is, well, I know it's just down the road from GSAC. It's just up the road from Centre Road, all the shops and cafes and everything. And that's an area that's definitely on the up. But also to get a 4-bedroom townhouse in the $1.3 to $1.4 million range, brand new. Not the demo model as you discuss sometimes, Gary.
Yes.
Brand new, never lived in. And I think if you are a 1.3 to 1.4 buy and you need 4 bedrooms, come and speak to me or to Julian and our project marketing team. We can definitely recommend that development.
Yeah, no question about it. That's a beauty. Let's talk about some of the stuff we've got coming up, because we've got some great listings coming up.
And lots coming up, Gary.
A number of them, we can't talk about all of them because we'd be here all day and people would just be, wandering off somewhere disinterested. But thankfully, you've still got your attention. You're still watching. At least some people, at least one person, your mum. She likes to watch the show.
Definitely.
And hello, Mrs.
Only when I send her the link.
She's a lovely lady. Let's move on to 245 Tucker Road and in the McKinnon High School zone.
Yeah, a bit of a theme for this show. We've got a lot coming up in that McKinnon school zone, which has its own economy. You know, there's just people will not take one more street out.
It's kind of, you know what it's like? It's like the Vatican in Rome. You know, it's got its own, because the Vatican's got it's part of a country, or it's part of a
Vatican City.
It's part, well, Vatican City. You know, like Rome is a state, right? You know, the capital of Italy.
Yes.
And then Vatican City is a place within that.
Yes.
So Melbourne is a city within Australia, and then McKinnon High School zone is like its own little economy there, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, I personally didn't make that connection initially, but it's very well explained, Gary, and I think that most of viewers would resonate with that explanation.
And we should be advertising in Rome, in Vatican City, that we've got this property in McKinnon Road.
I think not, but it's actually in Tucker Road, and it's 245 Tucker Road, and this is a great single-level house. I mean, our vendors, I was actually there the other week, and they were both in overalls, painting. I mean, the place, I mean, I think they were walking around picking up leaves one by one. It's the most immaculate house. And I love the position here because you can walk to either McKinnon Primary or McKinnon Secondary. You could probably hear the warning bell, you know, the 5 minutes before school starts, either one, and you'll be there in time to sit down in class. So it's a great spot.
I never heard the warning bell. I was always late to school. No, I never got the warning bell.
That's why you're here.
That's right, exactly right. If I had heard the warning bell, I would have attended school and I probably would have studied, and then I would have been a doctor and I wouldn't have been standing here doing this show with you.
No.
But you know what? I would have missed out on all of that.
It's a very long explanation again, Gary.
Let's move on. We're getting a bit carried away. Let's say Riverdurchie to Tucker Road and say hello to 21 Pascoe Avenue.
Yeah, this is an incredible land or house opportunity, but what I love about it, not only is it a huge block of 774 square metres, and not only is it in the best part of Bentleigh, right in that sort of West Bentleigh pocket bordering Brighton East, but it's also got Elster Creek Trail that runs all to the north. So if you build a double-storey home and you stood upstairs, and some people do the reverse living where they do the kitchen upstairs, all you see would be over the green tree tops, which is a fantastic aspect. And whether you do one dream home, 2 or 3 subject to council approval, it is a terrific land opportunity and starts this week.
Great street there too, some lovely homes that have been built and are existing there. Roslyn Court, let's move on to that address. Also in the
McKinnon Secondary School Zone, 1A Roslyn Crescent. We actually started there last week and was very, very popular. I mean, this is a house which was built on a corner, and they built two units about 13 years ago, but it's completely freestanding, double lock-up garage, which is a huge tick and a differential between most other offerings. And this one is right in the place where you can still walk to McKinnon Secondary, but also walk to Volkston Primary without crossing any major roads or having you could probably hear the warning bell from here as well. So 1A Roslyn Crescent had a really good start, been popular, but a beautiful home, and it deserves it.
We're back in Paloma Street. Just when we left Paloma Street, we decided, let's go back there and clean up the next one.
Yeah, well, this is the next door property, which is a little bit different. 38B Paloma Street. And if the images are behind, has the most spectacular main bedroom that I've seen for a long time. I think the ceilings are about 3.8 metres. I actually don't know where they've found these curtains that are long enough, but it is really dramatic. And again, the quality and the attention to detail of the finish of that home is spectacular.
Thomas Street, Brighton East, good address. The extension, of course, of Bamboo Road.
Exactly, yeah. And it's a unique part of Brighton East that's in Glen Ira, but it's also in the McKinnon Secondary School Zone. It's just that little slither of properties.
But it's still great.
Yeah, and it has been reasonably popular, and if it doesn't sell before auction, should go well this weekend, but also an entry level into the McKinnon Secondary School Zone, also with a double lock-up garage, which is fantastic.
I want to talk about the address of this next property, Patterson Road, Bentleigh,
because
I cut through Patterson Road the other day, and I thought, is something going on here? You know, have I gone
Lots
to the
going
wrong
on
street?
there.
Well, there's so much going on. I have to say it's actually unrecognisable. And this is not an insult to what Patterson Road was, because Patterson Road was a kind of good, kind of nice, standard, very suburban little strip. Man, that has changed hugely. Great cafes, fantastic. You know, they've got restaurants there. It's got a buzz. It's had an overhaul. It looks nothing like Patterson Road of yesterday. What a great street.
Close to lots of schools, which is and it's got a train station right in the heart of it. So, and a lot of buyers have caught onto it, and we have started that campaign at Patterson Road, and Yan and Lior Bar tell me that it was popular, so others have caught onto this location as well. What a great, if you haven't been down to Patterson Road, get down there. Have you been lunching down there at all? I've been doing a bit of lunching. They have a place you can get a massage as well, which is great. Am I allowed to say that?
Okay, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just
Okay, don't look at me weird.
No, I just want to make sure that, you know, it's one of those legit massage places. There's nothing going on that I should know about. That's good, because it doesn't, looks like everything's legit and nice there and clean.
Yes.
But I want to know if you've got a favourite cafe or restaurant there yet, or if there's one you want to talk about, or we should go and discover one together.
We could discover one, but, you know, I don't have time for long lunches, Gary, because I'm a busy agent. I'm running around selling houses, so I usually pop into the bakery next to the supermarket, maybe get a schnitzel sandwich, eat it in the cars I'm driving between appointments.
I'm not suggesting we go to Flower Drum and spend 3 hours. I'm just saying let's go to Patterson Road to a cafe. You know, you got time for a cafe?
I'm waiting for your invitation, Gary.
You just got it on air. There you go, live. Did you accept?
Yes.
Lovely. We've got a date. 22 Kinloch Avenue, Murrumbeena. Let's talk a bit about look. Murrumbeena is a great suburb.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a great suburb for our business because Bentleigh office sells in Murrumbeena, Carnegie office sells in Murrumbeena,
we do.
Corford office sells in Murrumbeena, and I'm sure the St Kilda office would love to be selling in Murrumbeena too. But it's an area we've kind of got surrounded. We've sold a property for just under $4 million in Murrumbeena, which is a record, and we've got a record price also just under $4 million for Carnegie. And you know, we've got a number of our agents, including you, keen to break that record, and Christian de Vries has been involved in some of those sales as well. Tell us about Kinloch Avenue, Murrumbeena.
This is a great entry level. It's going to sell for not much more than land, because we did make a sale in Carnegie last month in the McKinnon School Zone that was literally land with plans and permits that we've sold for what probably this will sell for, but it has quite a comfortable, very neat and tidy 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on 585 square metres right up the road from Duncan McKinnon Reserve and gets you into the McKinnon Secondary School Zone.
Even from there, fantastic.
Even from there.
And we'll finish off with Crosby Road.
Yeah.
And do you ever remember a brand called Crosby Shoes?
Yes, that's still around, Gary.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, they are still around, okay.
Yes.
And there used to be an ad for them with the dogs. You say,
it's
Crosby,
also still around.
What did the dogs say?
I don't know.
They're great, mate. So that was obviously an Aussie brand. And Crosby Road is great, mate. Tell us about this property there.
I love this because it's right around the corner from Kinloch, so even closer than Duncan McKinnon Reserve. So when you look out your window, you'll look over Duncan McKinnon Reserve, which I think, you know, if you love exercise, if you like, you know, kicking a ball, if you've got a couple active kids, you get a free backyard right opposite your house.
And if you like eating, you can just go the other way, go to the Oasis and have a great shawarma.
There's a lot of options at Oasis.
Yeah, there's some good food there. Back to you.
Yeah, and Crosby, it's a near new townhouse opposite Duncan McKinnon Reserve. Also gets you into the McKinnon Secondary College zone, an entry level for that type of property. Lots to offer. There's a few that we didn't get to discuss, Gary, but I think we're going to have a huge September, October, November, December, right till probably weekend 3.
Look, you know what? That seems to be the feeling, doesn't it? That it's going to go late this year. It's going to go deep. It's going to go late. It's going to be an exciting spring. We've got some beautiful offerings. And, of course, the Gary Peer Bentleigh office is doing some incredible things with a great team. We've got a number of Mandarin-speaking agents who are doing incredibly well from there. So shout out to them. It is a exciting place to be. And we're coming into spring. So next time we speak to you, it will be spring 2024. Until then, we'll bring you all the real estate news, and thank you for watching. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Leon Gusenfitter.
We'll see you next time.